like to introduce you to the Matrix MF Auto Feeder. The Auto Feeder is a modular unit designed specifically for the Matrix MX530 laminating system. It's been developed to save you time, and with the Auto Feeder installed, the operator is free to work on other print jobs. The Auto Feeder operates using compressed air and includes a suction pile feeder and control panel in one self-contained unit. It will also run up to an impressive 10 meters or 33 feet a minute, and even at half speed of 5 meters or 16 feet a minute, produces 100 SRA3 or 12 by 18 inch landscape sheets in just 6.5 minutes, making it the ideal solution for low to mid-volume print finishing businesses. If you are fitting the Auto Feeder to an existing Matrix MX530 laminator, you will need to fit the new table support that's included with the Auto Feeder, and also swap the wheels on the Matrix stand over before the Auto Feeder can be attached. Please refer to our user manual for full instructions on how to carry out these procedures. Securely fit the Auto Feeder unit to the newly installed feed table, and screw the securing bolts onto either side of the feeder table. The Auto Feeder operates using compressed air. The air supply can either be from an existing source within the building or from a separate compressor unit. The minimum specification for a compressor unit is 6 bar, 11 CFM. We recommend that you refer to your compressor user manual for maintenance. To connect the air, use a push-fit connector to attach the air line from the compressor. The air pipe should be 8 mm or 5/16 of an inch in diameter. The Auto Feeder and a laminator communicate with each other using an interface cable. Connect one end of the interface cable to the Auto Feeder, and then connect the other end to the socket on the right-hand side of the Matrix laminator. The power for the Auto Feeder is also taken from a cable connected directly to the laminator. This is located on the left-hand side of both systems. Connect the cable by tightening the screw by hand. Now that the Auto Feeder is fully connected to its partnering laminator, it is time to set the systems up with printed stock. The Auto Feeder includes 2 side lays. Adjust these to fit the sheet size. Ensure the prints are set in the center of the feed tray and that you leave a 1 to 2 mm or 1/16 of an inch gap between the sheet stack and the side lay. This allows the stock to have free movement. Tighten the screws to secure. Next, fit the magnetic strips to the feed table against the guides. These should be fitted either side against the side lays. Lock the side lays in place with the thumb screws. Now loosen the feeder head table locks. There are 2. One located either side of the system. With the feeder head table locks loosened, lift the feeder cover. Ensure it is fully lifted to lock into place, and then lift the rear lay guide. You are now ready to load your printed stock. Lift the front lay bar and push the printed media up to it. And then lower the front lay bar so that the grippers rest on the top sheet. Lower the feeder cover. Slide the feeder up to the rear of the prints, and then push the rear lay up to the stock. Lower the rear lay guide so that the grippers rest on the top sheet. Ensure that the rear lay guide has free movement. Space the rear roller grippers to each end of the print. When the feeder head is set in position, retighten the table locks. Lift the feeder head cover and select and locate the correct paper guide strips for the paper size used. These should rest on the top print. They can be securely fitted using the supplied screws. Lower the feeder head cover. Ensure that all the connectors are properly fitted. The table locks, the airline connector, the feeder interface cable and the power cable. Now switch the feeder on. I'd like to talk you through the control panel on the Auto Feeder. With just 4 separate controls, the operation is straightforward and hassle-free. The air pressure gauge displays the set pressure. As a rule, the thinner the prints, the less air pressure is required. Similarly, the heavier the prints, the more air pressure will be needed. We'll run through the setting of the pressure once we've introduced the rest of the control panel. This is the air pressure regulator. It is pulled outwards to adjust and turned clockwise to increase pressure. To decrease pressure, turn the regulator anti-clockwise. It is then pushed inwards to lock into place. The speed control is generally set to 0. However, when the matrix is running at over 5 meters or 16.5 feet a minute, this may need to be increased to keep up. The manual and auto switch is used to feed the first sheet up to the front stop. Finally, the micro adjustment switch. This is a regulating range from 0 to 8 mil or 5/16 of an inch and is used to ensure the sheets accurately feed up to the stop. Pull out the air pressure gauge and adjust until it is set at approximately 60 psi, 4 bar, or 0.3 MPa. Set the manual speed to 0 and the right-hand operation switch to manual. When the feeder is set to manual position, the paper feeder will operate to feed the first sheet up to the stop. Once done, push the manual switch to auto. On the Matrix Laminator control panel, set the temperature and anti-curl as per general usage. Press the drive button on the Matrix Laminator control panel and adjust the speed to the required meters or feet per minute. For full setup and operation of the Matrix Laminator, refer to our online video on the Matrix single-sided laminator. The auto feeder includes 2 types of suction cups, one yellow and one red. The yellow suction cups are fitted as standard and are suitable for stock up to 250 GSM or 170 pounds. If you are laminating heavier stock, you will need the red suction cups. With the auto feeder in use, the recommended minimum running speed is 3 meters or 10 feet a minute. We would not recommend running the system at less than 2 meters or 6.5 feet a minute. With printed sheets that measure less than 300 millimeters or 14 inches, the maximum recommended system speed is 7 meters or 23 feet a minute. For more tips and advice, see our extended user guide. Thank you for watching this video on the Matrix MF530 Auto Feeder.